Hello, this is Earl Purdy, and I want to welcome you to Hardcore Course in Miracles here on Facebook Live. We're going to talk about how do you escape the world you see that's full of fear and anxiety and chaos and sickness and other things that we're seeing. We're going to talk about how do you escape the world you see. The title is I Can Escape from the World I See by Giving Up Attack Thoughts, Lesson 23 in the Course in Miracles workbook. This is Earl Purdy. Welcome to Facebook Live, Hardcore Course in Miracles.
There's a call for God, I see it everywhere. Everybody's running scared, and everything is turning upside down. But the words I hear, they keep coming through from deep inside of me and you. It's telling us that love is who I am. You and me were not that far apart. Yeah, we're beating the same heart. We've been together from the start. Tell me, can you hear it? Tell me, can you feel it? Put your arms around it and know that we are one. Yeah, yeah, we are one. Now let's come together and understand that Christ is born inside of every man. He's waiting for us to choose him as ourselves. When you choose him, you know you choose me too. And everyone becomes a part of you. And then you will know that love is who I am. You and me were not that far apart. Yeah, we're beating the same heart. We've been together from the start. Tell me, can you hear it? Tell me, can you feel it? Put your arms around it and know that we are one. Yeah, yeah, we are one. Oh, we are one.
Hey, mighty companions, this is Earl Raj Purdy. I want to welcome you to Hardcore Course in Miracles here on Facebook Live. We're going to be doing Lesson 23 in the workbook from A Course in Miracles called I Can Escape from the World I See by Giving Up Attack Thoughts. How do we escape this world of separation and fear and anxiety that we're looking at right now? The Course in Miracles is going to share with us how to escape from the world we see by giving up attack thoughts. Lesson 23 in the workbook.
You and me were not that far apart.
Page 34 in the workbook of A Course in Miracles, page 34.
We've been together from the start. Tell me, can you hear it? Tell me, can you feel it? Put your arms around it and know that we are one. Oh, we are
Purdy. I want to welcome you to A Course in Miracles, hardcore Course in Miracles, especially geared toward those who are Course in Miracles students who want to take advantage of my 40 years of studying and teaching the Course in Miracles. And we really want to hear this lesson that we're going to do this evening. That was John Christmas. So go to www.johnchristmas.com if you want to get that music. And we're going to talk about the what I love about the Thursdays or the Hardcore Course in Miracles sessions is that it's especially geared toward those who really want to apply and use the Course in Miracles, and not necessarily toward those who need to analyze a Course in Miracles. The Course in Miracles says analyzing the Course in Miracles just destroys the meaning of it. And so I'm going to follow what the Course in Miracles says in teaching the Course in Miracles. It says that you just need to remember this. You need not believe the ideas that I'm going to share with you tonight. You need not accept these ideas. You need not welcome these ideas. Some of these ideas that I share from A Course in Miracles, you may find hard to believe. Some of these ideas that I share from A Course in Miracles may startle you. The Course in Miracles says you aren't asked to judge. You aren't asked to judge and analyze the ideas at all. You're not asked to judge and analyze the ideas at all. It's the use of the ideas that's going to give the ideas meaning to you, and it's going to show you that the ideas are true. The use of the ideas, the Course in Miracles says, the use of the ideas will give the ideas meaning to you and will show you that the ideas are true. Using the ideas, not analyzing the ideas, but using the ideas, because the Course in Miracles is trying to correct your perception. The Course in Miracles works at the level of the mind. It works at the level of perception. So the Course in Miracles is trying to give you new interpretations and new ways to look at everything that's happening in your life, ways that would allow miracles to happen, ways that would allow healing to happen. The Course in Miracles is giving us brand new interpretations of everything, because it teaches that if we learn how to look at things correctly, we would never lose our inner peace. And the Course in Miracles teaches that when you have inner peace is when you can hear the voice for God. You can hear the voice for spirit and truth inside yourself. But it says over and over again, you can't hear the voice for God if you're in conflict and fear and anger and upset. And so that's what we need to understand, that the Course in Miracles works at the level of the mind. It works at the level of perception. Okay, so let's get started with lesson 23. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. I want to give you a lot of tips, and we're going to go through it, and we're going to actually do it. So it's not going to just be something that we're just listening. It's what we're going to do. And I'm also going to give you some tips about how the Course in Miracles reads and how to apply it. So here we go. I see all your comments. I always love your comments. It's good to have my mighty companions. Don't forget to share the video. So here we go. Lesson 23. Here we go. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. So the Course in Miracles is saying, if you have fear, if you have anger, if you have anxiety, if you have any form of upset, you can escape from that world. You can escape from the world you see. You can escape from the world you see of fear and separation. Escape from the world you see by what? Giving up attack thoughts. Giving up thoughts of attack. Giving up thoughts of anger and attack and separation. So how do you escape from the world of fear? It says it right here, by giving up attack thoughts. There's nothing to really analyze about that. You can escape from whatever the situation and your perception or whatever situation that you're in by giving up thoughts of attack. I don't care how justified you may feel when it comes to those thoughts of attack, but the Course in Miracles is saying that you can escape from the world that you see by giving up thoughts of attack. The idea for today contains the only way out of fear that will ever succeed. Did the Course in Miracles say that this is the only way out of fear that will ever succeed? So if you want to be successful and you want to let go of fear, if you want to let go of fear, if you are afraid of anything and you want to let go of that fear, then the idea that I'm giving you from A Course in Miracles right now, it's the one way out of fear. It's the one way out of fear. What is the one way out of fear? The idea that you can escape from the world you see by giving up, letting go of your thoughts of attack. Nothing else is going to work. According to the Course in Miracles, nothing else is going to work. Everything else is meaningless. Now, I focus in on remembering what the Course in Miracles is saying, because it says that basically the way that you achieve the peace and harmony and love that the Course in Miracles is teaching is that you have to be willing to remember the truth. And so I see myself as the truth repetition teacher, the truth remembering teacher. My goal is to help people remember. So if you got a lot of anger and attack right now, the Course in Miracles says you can't escape from it. But the way that you escape from it is by giving up thoughts of attack and thoughts of being attacked. The Course in Miracles says they're the same thing. So when it talks about giving up attack thoughts, it's not talking about just giving up the thoughts you may have about attacking someone or being angry at someone. The Course in Miracles is also talking about letting go of your thoughts of being attacked and being hurt by someone. Nothing else will work. Everything else is meaningless. But what is the way that cannot fail? Well, the Course in Miracles says the way that cannot fail is when you recognize that the only way to escape from a world of fear, a situation from fear, is to give up your thoughts of attack and your thoughts of being attacked. I know you may feel very justified in feeling like you've been hurt and you've been attacked. And I know you may feel justified even in your desire to attack someone back because you're upset with them. But if you want to escape this world that's full of fear, if you want to escape the world you see of any type of fear, sickness, anger, and lack, A Course in Miracles says you have to be willing to give up attack thoughts and thoughts of attack. Now, would you like to hear one of the most incredible, powerful sentences in A Course in Miracles? One of the most incredible, powerful sentences in A Course in Miracles. One of the most incredible, one of the most powerful sentences in A Course in Miracles. Let me get this straightened back out for you. One of the most incredible, powerful sentences in A Course in Miracles is the next one. It says, every thought you have makes up some segment of the world you see. So everything that you're seeing is coming from your own thoughts, because you're the one that's defining and interpreting what you are seeing. So every thought you have, what does it do? Well, every thought you have makes up some segment of the world that you're looking at. Every thought you have makes up some segment of the world you see. Every thought you have makes up some segment of the world you see. Every thought you have makes up some segment of the world you are looking at. So, what do we need to do if we're going to change your perception? If you're going to change your perception of the world, what must you do? If you're going to change your perception of the world, it's with your thoughts that we must work. If we're going to change your interpretation, if we're going to change the way that you look at the world, if you're going to change the way that you look at the world, then we must work with your thoughts. If you want to change your perceptions from fear to love, if you want to change your perceptions from conflict to peace, it is with your thoughts that we must work. So what are we going to work with? We're going to work with your thoughts. Notice that it didn't say we're going to work with your brother, your sister, your mother, your boss, your co-worker. It said we're going to work with your thoughts. That if you want your perception of the world to change, we've got to work with your thoughts, your thoughts, your thoughts, your thoughts. If you want to change your perception of the world that you have, that you would like to let go of, if it is causing you any kind of peace, any kind of lack of peace, if you're having thoughts that are causing you any kind of lack of peace and upset, what is it that we need to work with? We need to work with your thoughts. So if the cause of the world that you see, if what's causing the world of fear or anxiety or upset that you see is your thoughts of attack, if it's your thoughts of attack, your thoughts of separation, your thoughts of anger that's causing the world that you see, that's causing you unhappiness, if you're having unhappiness right now, the cause of that unhappiness is coming from your own thoughts of attack, your own thoughts of lack, your own thoughts of fear. So what is it that you need to learn? What is it that you need to learn? The Course in Miracles says, if the cause of the world you see is attack thoughts, if the cause of the world you see are your thoughts of anger and attack, then it's saying, well, then there's something you've got to learn. What is it that you've got to learn? If the cause of the world you see is attack thoughts, you've got to learn that you don't want your attack thoughts. What is it that you need to learn? The Course in Miracles says that you need to learn that you don't want your thoughts of anger. You have to learn that you don't want your thoughts of attack and your thoughts of being attacked. You must learn that you don't want your thoughts of guilt. You don't want your thoughts of depression. You don't want your thoughts of worry. You don't want your thoughts of anxiety. You got to learn that you don't want those thoughts. Now, people say they don't want those thoughts of anger and worry, but the truth is, people can sometimes be in love with their thoughts of attack and anger and worry. So if your perception of the world is going to be changed, we have to work with what? Your thoughts. And if the cause of the world you see is thoughts of attack, then these are the thoughts you don't want. Now, do you know I'm about to tell you something that's going to be another one of those powerful Course in Miracles thoughts that can sometimes blow people's minds. I've been teaching and learning this for 40 years. And I want you to hear this next sentence in the Course in Miracles. It says, there is no point in lamenting the world. There is no point in lamenting the world. What? The Course in Miracles says there is no point in doing what? There's no point in lamenting the world. Now, you want to hear something else that's even more mind-boggling from A Course in Miracles? Check this out. It says, there is no point in trying to change the world. There's no point in trying to change the world. What? The Course in Miracles says there's no point in trying to change the world. And if you're not trying to change the world, this should be giving you a great big sigh of relief. If you're not a person that's always trying to change the world, then this should give you a sense of tremendous relief. There is no point in trying to change the world. There's no point in trying to change the world. There's no point in trying to change the world. Do you know that the Course in Miracles says there is no point in trying to change the world? Now, why is it no point in trying to change the world? Why is it that there's no point in trying to change the world? Well, the reason why there's no point in trying to change the world is because the world is an effect. The world is a result. The world is not a cause. The world is an effect. What we are seeing and what we are experiencing in the world is an effect. It's the result. What we're seeing in the world right now, it's not a cause. What we're seeing in the world right now is an effect. It is a result. So trying to change the world, it's like going to a movie theater and trying to change the film by changing the movie screen. You know that it's not the movie screen that you would need to change if you wanted to see a new movie. You would have to change the film, the projector, the film that's on the projector. So the world is the screen. It is the effect of the thoughts that we are having. So the Course in Miracles is saying there's no point in trying to change the world because the world is just an effect. It's just an effect. It's the result of thoughts. It's the result. It's not a cause. Now, there is, though, indeed a point in changing your thoughts about the world. So I'm not going to try to change my world, but I am going to change my thoughts about the world. I'm not going to try to change the world. You're not supposed to try to change the world. You're supposed to change your thoughts about the world. So if you want to change anything about the world, if you want to change anything about your world, then you need to change your thoughts about your world. Because if you change your thoughts about that person, if you change your thoughts about that situation, if you change your thoughts about that circumstance, that's what's going to make the difference. When you change the cause, the effects will change automatically. So if you will change the thoughts that cause your pain, the effects will change automatically. If you change the thoughts that cause your fear or anger or lack or guilt, if you were to change those thoughts, the result would change automatically. If I could change the thought that causes sickness, the sickness would leave. If I could change the thoughts that cause lack and poverty, the lack and poverty would leave. If I change the thoughts that cause my sadness will leave. If I change the thoughts that cause my perception of the world that causes me pain, then that perception that causes me pain would leave. You have to change the cause, which is the same as saying you need to change your thinking. 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 The effect will change automatically. If you change your thinking, change your thinking, change your thinking. If you change your thinking, the result will change automatically. Now, the Course in Miracles is about to describe what the world looks like to someone that's full of fear and anger and guilt. The Course in Miracles is about to describe what the world looks like to a person that does not love themselves. So understand that the next paragraph is going to describe the way that the world looks to a person who is full of anger and grievances and insecurities and fears. Okay? It says, the world you see is a vengeful world. Do you know that the world you see is a vengeful world? Why is the world that you see a vengeful world? But where the Course in Miracles says that the world that you see is a vengeful world because everything in it is the symbol of vengeance. So when you're coming from a fear state of mind, when you're coming from a state of mind that's based on the idea that you are separate from everyone else, when you have a lot of grievances or upsets, the Course in Miracles says the world that you see is a vengeful world. It's a world that's punishing you, in a world where it looks like everybody's being punished or going through some type of unhappiness or fear or anxiety or lack. And everything in the world you see is a symbol of vengeance. Now, you ready to hear something even more mind-boggling and thought-provoking? Each of your perceptions of external reality, each of your perceptions of what you see outside yourself, each of your perceptions of your external reality, each of your perceptions is a pictorial representation of your own thoughts of attack. So whenever I see vengeance, wherever I see anger, wherever I see upset, that is a picture of my own attack thoughts, my own lack thoughts, my own guilt thoughts. So what you're looking at then is just a representation of your own thoughts, according to the Course in Miracles. If you're looking at any type of pain, upset, anger, guilt, grievances, that's a pictorial representation of your own thoughts of attack. If you're wondering where all the pain and suffering that you perceive comes from, as far as how you are feeling about it, how you are reacting to everything that's happening in your experience, your emotions and your reactions are coming from your attack thoughts, your thoughts of fear, your thoughts of ego, according to the Course in Miracles. So you might ask yourself, if just seeing a pictorial representation of your own thoughts, would that really be seeing? If you're just seeing a representation of what you think and the way you think, well, then are you really seeing? In other words, are you really seeing me? If you're just looking at your pictorial representation, the meaning that you have given me, then are you really seeing me? If you're just seeing your pictorial representation of everything, then are you really seeing that thing? Or are you really seeing your thoughts about that thing? Are you really seeing that person? Or are you really seeing your thoughts about that person? Is there a possibility that you're just seeing the meaning that you've given that person? And if you're just seeing your meanings, if you're just seeing your interpretations, then can you really say you're really seeing anything? If you're just seeing things how you want to see things and giving things the meaning that you want to give those things, well, are you really truly seeing those things? So the Course in Miracles says that isn't fantasy a better word for such a process? If I'm just seeing you the way I want to see you, and I'm just projecting the thoughts on you that I want to project on you, and if I just see situations the way I want to see situations, and if I just give situations the meanings that I want to give a situation, then isn't that a fantasy? Isn't a fantasy just making up something about what you like to see and experience? So really, fantasy is a better word for the process describing what we do. And the Course in Miracles says, well, I give you even a better word. And the Course in Miracles says that better word is hallucination. The Course in Miracles says that we're having hallucinations because a hallucination is just a fantasy. And a fantasy is just you seeing things the way that you want to see things. You're giving everything around you the kind of meaning that you want it to have, or giving a person the meaning that you want to give them. The Course in Miracles says we're not really seeing people. We're just seeing our thoughts about things. We're seeing the meanings that we've given them. So what you're looking at all the time, is you're looking at your own thoughts, looking at your interpretations. So what does that mean then? Well, it means that you are seeing the world that you've made. And when we say that you are seeing the world that you've made, it means you're looking at the world, giving it the meanings that you have made up. Whatever you see, the Course in Miracles is saying you're looking at the meanings that you've made up. You're looking at the way you are interpreting things. And the Course in Miracles says then that means you are seeing the world you made. You're looking at the world that you're making in your own perception. And that perception is coming from what you're telling yourself about what you see. Your feelings are not coming from what you see. Your emotional reactions are not coming from what you see. Your emotional reactions are coming from the meaning that you're giving to what you see. I'm going to emphasize this. The Course in Miracles says it's about remembering what I'm saying, remembering what it's saying. And the truth is you're looking at the world you made because you're looking at the meanings that you're giving everything. So the Course says we're looking at the world we made, but do you know we're not seeing ourselves as the image maker? I'm looking at the world I've made. I'm looking at the life that I've made for myself. But I don't always see myself as the person who made the life that I'm having for myself. I don't always see myself as being the one that makes all of the images and meanings that I'm giving everything around me. So you're looking at your experience, but you don't always see yourself as the maker and creator of your experience. So what is it that you can't be saved from? Well, the truth is you can't be saved from the world. You can't be saved from the world, but you can escape what causes the world. You could say it this way. You cannot be saved from your fear, but you can be saved, but you can escape from the thoughts that are causing your fear. So by the time that you physically manifested something, you're looking at the result. And that result is coming from the thoughts and the feelings and the emotions and beliefs that you have. Everything you're seeing is coming from, and how you see everything is coming from the beliefs and thoughts and feelings and emotions that you have. Your conscious thoughts, your unconscious thoughts, your conscious emotions, your unconscious emotions and beliefs. That's what's making the world that you're looking at. It's coming from your consciousness. It's coming from your mind. How you see things is coming from your mind. So you can't be saved from it, but you can escape what's causing it. So you can escape from anything that's causing you pain. You can escape from the cause of any of your pain. You can escape from the cause of any of your upset, because your feelings are coming from the meanings that you're giving everything. Your feelings are coming from your pictorial representations of what you are seeing. The Course in Miracles is saying that the world of fear and anxiety that you may be experiencing, and wherever you may be experiencing that, is coming from your thoughts of attack and your attack thoughts. Now, does that mean that you necessarily want to accept that it's true? No. Does it mean that you're going to necessarily love hearing that? No. But does that make it not true? No. Things can be true that you don't like. Things can be true that you don't want to hear. Things can be true that you don't want to accept as true. So really, your emotional reactions to things don't necessarily determine whether those things are true or not. Personally, I love the idea that I am the maker of what I see, that I could change the way that I think and then change the world that I'm in and change my perception of the world and give myself much more joy and peace. I'm glad that my happiness is dependent on me and how I look at things, and that my happiness is not dependent on anybody else. I'm glad to know that ultimately my peace comes from me, that my happiness is going to come from me. So the Course in Miracles is saying that you cannot be saved from the world, but you can escape the world's cause. Escaping the cause of fear, escaping the cause of the world, escaping the cause of separation. This is what salvation means. Salvation means escaping the cause of fear. I came to help everyone escape the cause of pain. This is what salvation means. Because where is the world of fear? Where is the world of anger and upset? Where is the world you see when the cause of the world you see is gone? Where is that situation that you're in when the cause of that situation you're in is gone? When you get rid of the cause of the situation that you're in, the situation that you're in will go. And what causes the situation that you're in your own perception? It's the thoughts that you have. It's the perceptions that you have. Do you know that I cannot say this enough? You never react to anything directly. You always react to your interpretations of whatever you see. You're never reacting to what you see directly. Do you hear what I'm saying from A Course in Miracles? It says, you're not reacting to me directly. You're reacting to your interpretation of what you hear me saying to you. You're reacting to your interpretation of what I'm saying. You're not really reacting to what I am saying to you. You're reacting to the meaning that you're giving to it. You're reacting to the interpretation that you have of what I'm saying. And then that interpretation that you have of what I'm saying, that interpretation will make you have some type of emotional reaction. So your emotional reactions, your feelings are coming from your interpretations. And that's why you can ultimately be happy. Vision, which is seeing with love, seeing the truth. Vision already holds a replacement for everything you think you see right now. Having the vision of love, the Course would call it having the vision of Christ. That the vision of love, visions of love and visions of joy and visions of happiness can replace everything you see right now. Listen to me. What does that mean? Do you know that loveliness can light your images? You can just see images of love. And so much love can light up what you are seeing that it can transform what you're seeing so that you will love the images that you're seeing. So even if you have images of fear and upset right now, do you know that you can have images of love and joy? You could have loveliness light up your images and transform your images so that you will love what you see. It's possible for you to love what you see, even when what you see was made out of hate or fear. So even if you are not loving what you see right now, the Course in Miracles is saying what you see can be so beautiful and so lovely that you will absolutely experience bliss about the things that you used to give yourself pain about. Even though you may have made something in hate, even though you may have made something in fear, the Course in Miracles says you still can have so much loveliness light up those images that you will love what you see. So how do you make images and perceptions of love? How do you make perceptions of joy? Well, you won't be making perceptions of love and perceptions of joy alone. Perceptions of joy and perceptions of love. Do you know that perceptions of joy and perceptions of love, they come from joining with the Holy Spirit, the higher power, the love in you. You don't make lovely images alone. Nothing real is made alone. Everything that is real is made or created through union. So it's through union that love comes into your experience. And so what does that mean? Well, you need to join with the Holy Spirit in yourself, the divine within yourself, the right-mindedness in yourself, and the love in me and the love in everyone else around you. So how do you turn images of fear to images of love? You don't try to make the images of love alone. You join with the part of you that has sanity, the part of you that knows the truth, the part of you that is love. That's the part of you that the Course in Miracles calls the Holy Spirit, the Christ within you. So the idea for today, what does it do? Well, the Course in Miracles says the idea for today introduces the thought. Hello, I'd like to introduce a thought to you. Right now, I'd like to introduce a thought. I'd like to introduce the thought, and this is the thought I'd like to introduce. Right over here, I'd like you to meet this thought. I'd like to introduce you to the thought that you're not trapped in the world you see. So the idea for today, I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. I can escape from the world of fear I see by giving up thoughts of attack. I can give up the world I see that's full of lack by giving up thoughts of attack. I can escape from the world of sickness I see by giving up thoughts of sickness. I can escape from the world of racism I see by giving up thoughts of racism. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. You can escape from the world you see by giving up attack thoughts. So you're not trapped in the world that you see. Do you know that you're not trapped in that situation that you're in right now? If there's a situation that you're in right now, or a relationship that you're in right now, that's causing you some form of fear and upset, you can escape from that situation and your perception of that situation. Because the cause of that situation, that relationship can be changed. So what does the change require? So if you're ready to make that change from fear to love, from lack to abundance, from conflict to peace, how do you make that change? What is the first thing you need to do to make that change? First, you have to identify the cause of what you're looking at. First, you have to identify the cause of what you're feeling. What you have to do is first identify the cause of what you are experiencing. Well, the cause of that experience, if it's an experience of pain or suffering or fear, Well, we just heard that the cause of that experience is what? Our attack thoughts, our thoughts of attack. So the cause of the upset and the unhappiness that I'm experiencing in my life right now, in whatever area I'm experiencing in my life right now, it's coming from my thoughts of attack, my thoughts of attack, or my thoughts of being attacked, my thoughts of being hurt in some way, or my thoughts of hurting someone because I'm angry at them. So the cause must be identified. The cause of my pain and fear is my attack thoughts, my thoughts of attack. And then it says, the change requires first that the cause be identified and then let go. So first you have to figure out what's caused. First you have to recognize that everything is being caused by thoughts. In case you're wondering what's causing whatever the situation or circumstance that you're in, is being caused by thoughts. And so therefore I need to recognize the thoughts. And then the Course in Miracles says, then I need to let the thoughts go. So why do I want to let the thoughts of attack and pain and fear go? Why do I want to let the thoughts of blame and projection go? So that those thoughts of fear, so that those thoughts of pain can be replaced. If you want the things that make you unhappy, if you want the perceptions that make you unhappy to be replaced, first you've got to identify that those perceptions are coming from your thoughts and that you're willing to let those thoughts go. You're willing to let those thoughts of pain and fear be replaced. The first two steps, identifying the cause, the thoughts that are causing your pain, and then letting those thoughts go, those are the first two steps. But the first two steps in this process, identifying the cause and then letting it go. Identifying the cause, then letting it go. The first two steps in the process, identifying the cause and letting it go, that requires your cooperation. You've got to cooperate. You have to be willing to look at your thoughts that are causing you pain, which is basically the thought of separation, the thoughts of attacking or being attacked. And then do you know the Course in Miracles says, then you have to let those thoughts go. But the final step, which is the third step, are you aware that the third step doesn't require your cooperation? The first two steps require your cooperation. The first two steps is first you have to identify the thoughts that are causing any form of pain. The Course in Miracles says, well, I'll tell you what the thoughts are. The thoughts are thoughts of attack and thoughts of being attacked. It said those thoughts are causing whatever fear and upset and lack of peace that you have. Then you have to be willing to let those thoughts go. And when you do that, then the third step takes place. Then the Course in Miracles says your images have already been replaced. Your old ways of looking at things have already been replaced. By taking the first two steps, which are what? Identifying the thoughts that cause your pain, and then letting those thoughts go, then you will see that your thoughts of pain and suffering have already been replaced with love. You already have love thoughts. You already have abundance thoughts. You already have thoughts of joy and peace. You already have thoughts of freedom. You already have thoughts of God. You already have thoughts of connectedness. And you will see that when you identify the cause of your fear thoughts and fear feelings, and you're willing to let those thoughts go. So besides using the idea I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts, you're supposed to say that all during the day. Like if I'm getting upset about something, I tell myself, okay, I can escape from this situation that's making me upset by giving up my anger thoughts and my attack thoughts. I can escape from this situation by giving up my ego thoughts. I can escape from this pain, this fear, this lack by giving up my attack thoughts. Right now, I'm feeling the temptation to go off on someone. Right now, I'm feeling really frustrated about certain situations in my life. I can escape from my perception of those situations that are causing me pain by giving up my thoughts of attack, my thoughts of fear, my thoughts of lack. That's how I can escape from the feelings that I'm having, because the feelings that I'm having, they're coming from my perceptions of the situation. More than that my feelings are coming from the situation. I'm looking at a pictorial representation of my own attack thoughts, my own lack thoughts, my own fear thoughts. So this pain, this upset that I'm going through right now is being caused by my own thoughts. So I've got to be willing to let these thoughts go. And if you're willing to let those thoughts go, you will see that those thoughts of fear and pain and upset have been replaced by thoughts of love, thoughts of joy. So the Course in Miracles says, well, can you pull this off 5 times in a day? Can just 5 times in a day, can you say to yourself, I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts? And then the Course in Miracles says, this is how I want you to do this. This is how I want you to apply this in a practical manner. What should you do to apply this in a practical manner? The Course in Miracles says, as you look about you, as you look about you, as you look around you, as you look around you, what should you do as you look around you? The Course in Miracles says, repeat the idea slowly, slowly, slowly. Repeat what idea slowly? I can escape the world of fear I see by giving up attack thoughts and thoughts of attack. So how would you work that out? Okay, I'm in a situation that I see that I'm giving myself pain and suffering in. So I should tell myself, I can escape from this situation by giving up my anger. I can escape from this situation by giving up my depression. I can escape this situation by giving up my thoughts of attack and my thoughts of anger and upset and pain. I can escape this situation by giving up these thoughts that are thoughts of attack and being attacked. I can escape from this situation, this perception of this situation, by letting go of my thoughts of attack, my thoughts that I can be hurt or that I want to hurt somebody. This is how you do it. This is how you make the Course in Miracles practical. It says, repeat the idea slowly. And notice that I call myself the divine repetition teacher, because if you will notice, what is the Course in Miracles saying? Repeat the idea slowly to yourself. Then I want you to close your eyes. And what do you do when you close your eyes? Well, you devote about a minute. So what are you going to do? You're going to close your eyes and you're going to take a minute and you're going to search your mind. So what are you going to search your mind for? You're going to look for as many thoughts of attack and of being attacked that you can come up with. You're going to search your mind for every thought that upsets you, everything that you wish were different in order for you to be happy, which is basically what most people do all the time anyway. They're thinking about what it is that has hurt them or how they've been hurt or what's upsetting them or what they wish were different. So the Course in Miracles says, I want you to search your mind for as many ego thoughts, for as many thoughts of attack and anger and upset as occur to you. So if you're the kind of person that most of the time you're upset about one thing or another, you're already doing part 1 of the workbook lesson. So what do you do is each thought of upset, every time you think about the thing that's upsetting you, every time you think of the thing that's causing you any kind of fear, the Course in Miracles says, as that crosses your mind, whatever it is that's got you upset right now, say, I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about this situation. I can escape from the world I see by giving up my thoughts of attack about this person. I can escape from the world I see by giving up my thoughts of attack about this circumstance. Every time you think of something that upsets you, say, I can escape from the world I see by giving up my thoughts of attack and anger about this person or this situation. So what do you do with each thought of attack and anger? It says, hold each attack thought in your mind as you say, I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about this person. So you think about the thing that upsets you. You say you can escape from it by giving up your thoughts of attack about it. And then you dismiss that thought. and you go on to the next thought that you are using to upset yourself. So don't you see what the Course in Miracles is doing? It's taking our so-called negative thoughts that we try our best to suppress sometimes, and it's showing us how we can use those thoughts to free us from the world of fear. It says, whatever your ego thoughts are, whatever the thoughts are that you are judging, that you're upset about, that you're bothered about, that's causing you pain, hold that thought in your mind. And then say, while you're thinking that thought, say, I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about this situation, this circumstance. Be very specific. So in your practice periods, you want to be sure to include two things. So when you practice this, you want to be sure that you include two thoughts. When you're practicing this exercise, I can escape from the world I see by giving up thoughts of attack. Then there are two thoughts that you want to make sure that you include. It says, in the practice periods, be sure to include both your thoughts of attacking and include your thoughts of being attacked. So I think somebody's hurt me. That's my thought of being attacked. Sometimes I want to, my ego, when I get upset, sometimes I want to attack others and let others know how angry I am at them. He says, include those thoughts. Use your ego thoughts. Use your ego thoughts. Take your ego thoughts and use them in this lesson. Whatever your ego thought, your fear thought, your upset thought, you want to hold that in your mind, and you want to say, I'm mad at my kid right now, but I can escape from the world I see by giving up my attack thoughts about my kid. That's what you do. You make this practical. See, your thoughts of attacking and your thoughts of being attacked, your thoughts of attacking and your thoughts of being attacked, their effects are exactly the same. You get the same result when you think about attacking others as you get when you think about others attacking you. You get the same results when you think about hurting someone else in some way as what would happen if someone was thinking about, you were thinking about somebody might hurt you. Their effects are exactly the same because these thoughts are exactly the same. So what thoughts are exactly the same? The thoughts of attacking and the thoughts of being attacked. You don't recognize this yet. See, most people walk around and they think they're the nicest people in the world that would never hurt anybody, but they're scared to death of being hurt by somebody, being robbed by somebody, being attacked by somebody. So that's still a thought of attack. A thought of you being hurt, a thought of you being attacked is just as much an attack thought as the thought of attacking someone else or hurting someone else. The results of those two thoughts are exactly the same, but the Course says, but you don't recognize that yet. And you are asked at this time, what is it that you're being asked? At this time, I'm asking you only to treat thoughts of attack and thoughts of being attacked as the same in today's practice period. So what are you going to treat as the same? Thoughts of attack and thoughts of being attacked. Why? Well, we are still at the stage of identifying the cause of the world you see. We're just at that stage of identifying what's the cause of what you see. That's where we're at right now. And the Course says, what is it that you've got to finally learn if you want to be free of all attack and harm? What is it that you have to finally learn? You have to learn one thing, that thoughts of attack and thoughts of being attacked are not different. Thoughts of attack and thoughts of being attacked are not different. And when you learn that those thoughts are the same, you will be ready to let the cause of your pain go. All pain is being caused by thoughts of attack or thoughts of being attacked. You can escape from the world of fear you see by giving up attack thoughts. Remind yourself. I'm going to do a recap right at the end, a quick recap of what I covered with you. I'm Earl Purdy. I'm a full-time teacher of A Course in Miracles. If you'd like to make a donation, a financial expression of appreciation, I would truly, truly be grateful for that. Just go to my website, www.earlpurdy.com, earlpurdy.com. Or you can use Venmo or Zelle, Cash App, and that would be using my email address, earlpurdy@earlpurdy.com, P-U-R-D-Y, earlpurdy@earlpurdy.com. And normally we have Course in Miracles Facebook Live also on Sundays at 1 p.m. on the Earl Purdy page on Facebook. And we have our hardcore Thursday night, 7 p.m. class, Mountain Time. They're all Mountain Time on the Earl Purdy page on Facebook. Like that page, follow my page. That way you will be notified whenever I go live. I'm so glad that we have the truth and that we share the truth. And I look at all your comments. And please share the video on your timeline and other groups. We want to get this message out there because we all know people who are in fear sometimes. And so it's very important that we understand that we can escape from the world that we see by giving up attack thoughts. So let's focus in on that. Let's just take 5 minutes to focus in on reviewing what we heard today. Are you ready? And I'm available for clarity sessions, one-on-one sessions called clarity sessions. If you'd like to have a one-on-one with me, just go to my website and look under clarity sessions, and you can book an appointment with me right there, and I will work with you. I've been doing this 40 years, so I can help you get past whatever the situation or your perception of that situation that you're dealing with the Holy Spirit, with the higher power. So here we go. You can escape from the world you see by giving up attack thoughts. This is the only way out of fear that will ever succeed. Nothing else will work. Everything else is meaningless. This is the way that can't fail. What we just heard was the way that can't fail. Do you know that every thought you have makes up some segment of the world that you're looking at? So we've got to work with your thoughts. We must work with your thoughts. If your perception of the world is to be changed, you have to work with your thoughts. And the Course in Miracles is full of new thoughts. If the cause of the world you see is your thoughts of attack or being attacked, then you've got to learn that you don't want your ego thoughts. You don't want those anger, separation, guilt thoughts. There's no point in lamenting the world. I know I got to tell myself that I've been doing some lamenting lately. I got to remind myself there's no point in lamenting the world. There's no point in trying to change the world. There's no point in trying to change the world. The world is just an effect. What you're seeing out in your world is just an effect. But there is a point in changing your thoughts about the world. When you change your thoughts about your world, then you're changing the cause of your world. And when you change your thoughts about your world, then the effect is going to change automatically. When you're in fear and separation and upset, the world you see is a vengeful world, and everything in it is a symbol of vengeance. Each of your perceptions of the outside world is just a pictorial representation of your own ego thoughts, your own anger thoughts, your own attack thoughts. You're looking at your own thoughts. You're looking at your own thoughts. What you are looking at is the result of your own thoughts. So could you really call that seeing? If you're just seeing the meanings that you give things, wouldn't fantasy be a better word? Wouldn't hallucination? Wouldn't that be a more appropriate term for the result of what you're seeing? Do you know that you are seeing the world you have made in your perception? But sometimes you don't see yourself as the image maker. Sometimes you don't take responsibility for what you see. Sometimes you don't recognize that you're the one that's determining how you see things. So do you know that you can't be saved from the world, but you can escape from the cause of the world of separation. You can escape from the cause of the world of fear and sickness. That's what salvation means, escaping from those thoughts and feelings and emotions that cause you pain. Vision and love has a replacement for everything that you see right now. God has a replacement for all the things you see that cause you fear right now. Do you know that loveliness can light your images? Loveliness can so transform what you see that you will love what you see, even if at first it was made out of hate or fear. Because when you get to the loving perceptions, when it gets to the point that you're seeing with love, it means you're not making those perceptions alone, that you have joined with the Holy Spirit, your divine self. So the idea for today that you can escape from the world you see by giving up your thoughts of attack, that means that you are not trapped in the situation or perception that you're in. It means you can change whatever situation and perception of any situation that you're in. First, you have to identify the cause. And the Course in Miracles says the cause is your thoughts of attack and your thoughts of being attacked. Then you let those thoughts go so that those thoughts can be replaced. Identifying the cause and letting the cause go, that does require your cooperation. But having those fearful thoughts replaced by loving images and perceptions, the last step is taken by God. It's taken by love. So whenever you get upset, all during the day, you want to tell yourself, I can escape from the world I see by giving up my attack thoughts about this person. I can escape from the world I see by giving up my attack thoughts about this circumstance, this situation. Whenever, just sometimes, whatever the thoughts are that's coming up in your mind, that's causing you any kind of pain or upset, tell yourself, I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about this person or this circumstance. Use your thoughts of attack. Use your thoughts of being attacked. Use your thoughts of attack or anger and the thoughts that you have that somebody could hurt you. Their effects are exactly the same because thoughts of attack and thoughts of being attacked are exactly the same. So just treat thoughts of attack and thoughts of being attacked as the same. Do you know, right now we are at the stage of identifying the cause of the world you see. You want to know what's causing the world of separation and pain and suffering that we see? It's coming from thoughts of attack and thoughts of being attacked that you have in your own mind. But that also means that your thoughts can also allow you to see so much loveliness and so much joy and so much abundance that it will blow your mind. Do you know that no matter what you're experiencing that's making you feel any form of unhappiness or lack, your images can be lit with such loveliness and such blessings that it will blow your mind? Do you know that when you learn that thoughts of attack and thoughts of being attacked are not different, when you learn that seeing yourself as a victim, that's as much a request for attack as if you were a person that was a perpetrator and trying to attack others. Thoughts of attack and thoughts of being attacked are not different. And when you recognize that, you will be ready to let all ego thoughts, all thoughts of attack and of being attacked, you will let those thoughts go. And then you will escape the world of separation and fear and pain that you see. Mighty companions, listen to this or watch this at least 4 times. Please share this video, share this video, share this video, share this video. Did I say share this video? Share this video. Listen to it over and over again. It's through repetition, repeating, remembering that you allow yourself to experience the miracles that the Course in Miracles promises. Mighty companions, I appreciate you. So you can only be lonely if you focus on having thoughts of loneliness. Whatever you're going through is the result of your thoughts. Everything you experience, everything you feel, all of your reactions, the world that you see, it's coming from your thoughts. And the Course in Miracles is saying this is the point of today's lesson, was to introduce the idea of what's actually causing the perception of the world that you have. Mighty companions, I appreciate you. I love you. I look at all your comments. Thank you for meeting together with me. May the Course be with you. Mwah. See you next time.